Hello class, for this video tutorial I'll walk you through exercise 5-12 of your textbook, and the instructions again say to do a front, top, and right side orthographic view. Do not include dimensions. So this object's a little bit odd. It's got some angles. One correction, the 30-degree angle on the back should be a 15-degree to be more accurate to what was presented in the text. And we can guess at what it may be, perhaps the front sight on a firearm. Hard saying what it might be. So it's in feet and inches, actually just in decimal inches. So we'll pick our CAD English template. And then I'm going to turn off my grid, type in units, and change this to inches. And we want this to be decimal inches to the nearest hundredth. Alright, ready to go. So let's start with an overall rectangle. It's sometimes easier to deduct away from an outer or an overall shape when you have a complex shape like this. So REC for rectangle, D for dimensions. The length should be 2.38 and the height is 1.25. So that's going to represent the front of this object, if you will. Okay, now the back side is a 15-degree angle, so to get that I'm going to draw a line from the point. Now bear in mind that's 15 degrees from vertical. Vertical in AutoCAD is 90, so this is actually a 75-degree angle from 0. So I'm going to do Shift at, we'll just pick a number, say 3 at an angle of 75, and escape to finish. So there's the correct angle, TR, enter, trim those extra pieces out, and we have the back side of the shape. Next we'll come, looks like down about 0.25, so I'll do a line. I can do a line on top of a line, no problem. Come down 0.25, and I'm going to just drag it off to the right there so I've got a visual to where it goes. Now from the bottom left, I'm going to come to the right 0.75. I'm going to come straight up 0.25, just making sure my cursor is dragging up, and I can connect those dots. Erase my construction lines, TR, enter, and trim away what's left. So I believe this is what the front view looks like, but I'm missing the nub on the top. That nub comes up another 0.25, and it comes to the left here 0.75, and then we can connect the dot. Oops, connect the dot using your O-snap and erase anything extra that's in here. So now I believe that's correct. I'm going to move on to my right view. So taking lines all the way across, and what I might do is CO to copy this single construction line, and then I can just quickly drop it at each of these locations on our object. Now I'm going to draw in. This time I'm just going to pick a random point wherever I want it to end up, probably from here to here. Okay, so there's a line defining the left side of this first view, and then we can offset 0.5 minus 1, those are 0.5, so if I offset 0.5 twice, and I believe, or actually 3 times, that's going to define my shape because we're 1.5 overall. Now I can get creative with TR, enter, trim away what's left here. Up above, these will not be seen, and these will not be seen. And then we can get rid of those. Erase this guy. So in this view, the front view, I believe, since this is all on the same plane, that should disappear. So we'll see kind of this upside down T for the front. This is the tapered edge that we see. It's sloping down, and then we see this little lip on the bottom. So that looks like the complete front view. Now, like I told you before, if you go from the very corner of your object, Shift at, we'll say, 12, at an angle of 45, give ourselves that construction line. Now I'm going to take line up. This is going to build our top view, and copy that line to the definable points on our object. And same story here, only we're going straight up to that 45-degree projection line. And now, oops, we got to go to the intersection of those points. We'll take that straight across and copy it. Oops, make sure we're near the midpoint of that angled line, so make sure you're picking up the actual intersection point. And we might need to extend those over a little bit more, trim those off. Okay. So that said, I'm going to get rid of these lines because they're going to confuse me. Get rid of these lines, and these lines, and these lines. I probably haven't done that before. I can trim by left dragging, and it trims everything at once. So let's take a closer look here. Oops, that was an extra line. So from the top view, we're only going to see this nub, so we really don't need those lines or those lines. This is just cleanup. We'll see this back break, but this line down here is hidden from view, which means it should be a hidden line. So we can get a hidden line by going to Properties. If you don't see Properties up here, if you hover, it's Navigator. One of these buttons is Properties. I think I've got mine covered up at the moment. But you can type in Properties to get this palette on the left. So I'm going to highlight that line, go over to my Properties, and change the line type to, I guess I just have dashed or hidden to. We'll do hidden to in this case. And hidden lines are normally just by habit changed to yellow in color, so they stand out as being below the plane or above the plane. So quick glance to make sure we're good. We've got our front view, our right view, and our top view, and I believe everything is as it should be. So go to your layout, get these guys scaled up, try 1:1, fits, double click outside, select and lock your viewport, and you know the drill here. M-text to get yourself, do Control U to get underlined here, but top view. And we'll copy these around. Front view. Right view. And we'll center those up with our objects so it's a little more professional. And this viewport, by the way, can be drug out of the way. It's more serving as a border right now than anything. Once you're done, go to your A, save as. This is exercise 5-12. Good luck on your assignment.